face. He's got like horse face and
It looks out of aspect ratio too, like it's been stretched.
It's definitely. But I don't know that trailer. I went back and I watched the direct trailer today, and that direct trailer looks like terrible. But if you go on the actual store page, like the textures actually look like they did some work.
Up-res them.
Like they up-res it. They look a little more smooth.
They put it in that computer thing that HDifies everything.
There definitely is a problem, like you said, though. The aspect ratio does look like it's not the right resolution.
Can you hear the music, by the way? I want to make sure we get that out of the way.
Very faintly.
I have it down faint.
Oh, okay.
So people can hear us.
Show is live?
Show is live. We've been live for almost 1 minute.
Oh, well, welcome to pre-show, everyone.
Did you see I put a helper text there for you? Feel free to read that or don't. I don't care, but in case you didn't know, and in case you wanted to succinctly explain the new show
in
the document.
Oh, I did not see that. That's quite useful.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yes. I thought it might be useful.
That makes me curious. Oh, we can't talk about him.
Oh, that's
we
right.
Can't make jokes about
Wait, he's in jail now, so it doesn't matter.
Well, O.J. Simpson plays fantasy football. Did you know that? Look how far we've come. Look at this. I have a coffee mug with bad tasting cappuccino in it, and you have a beer glass with bad tasting cola in it.
Yes, it is bad tasting cola. You are absolutely right. It's called diet soda that was left over from a birthday party.
Remember the shows when we're like, oh, I'm going to have a little drink.
I think I need 3 beers to get through this.
So how's the blanket working? Do you like it? What do you have it mounted on?
You're going to laugh about this. They're just push pins into the ceiling.
Hey.
It worked, apparently. I thought for sure they would just fall right to the floor. It's okay. It needs to be bigger. Like, literally, the edges are right here.
Oh, so it does. I mean, use that for the radio. I noticed, like, it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely cut down on the echo, except for in the higher, like, the higher my voice gets.
How long is this the first or second episode that we've recorded with these microphones? Or volume, I should say. Because I thought my audio quality did sound much better than before. So
second.
Either the tweaks I made did make a little difference, or
well, because last episode, Tom was complaining that you still sounded crunchy. Remember? And it threw us all the audio problems we had threw us for a loop. We were doubled and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
I guess I should listen to the stream right now. Make sure that's not.
Well, I went through and checked to make sure there weren't any extra audio sources.
I guess pre-show it doesn't matter because pre-show sounded good last week too.
That's true. That's true. It's like when I was streaming games, I happened to like somehow I was in edit mode. Here's the thing: never stream in edit mode because apparently whatever you do can still edit things even if you're in the middle of playing a game, for instance. Because I moved windows around while I was shooting Nazis. Nazi skins.
You're gonna make me kill you. I'm gonna kick you a bit. I don't know why. I don't know why.
It evolved. It's
time is it? 8:37. What do you think?
Yeah.
You wanted to start?
I'm fine with just starting.
I'm fine with just starting.
Can we just appreciate this slammer?
Sure.
I feel like I'm in the grid.
It's a good tune.
That's not bad. All right, here we go.
Welcome back to another episode of Fluxtaposed. I am Jason Lacey. I am here with my partner in crime, my good buddy, Mr. Lucas Rose.
Ahoy, hoy.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Rose.
Hello. Oh, man, I can't do it anymore. Fry.
I wish I could do the way Uncle Leo says hello in Seinfeld. Hello, Jerry. I don't know how. I can't do the voice. I'm not an old. I'm a
curmudgeon.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it. I'm well on my way there, but I'm only 36, so I'm not old enough yet. But you know, the in my heart, it's there.
Literally, you have the ventricles of a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, that's heart disease.
It's a silent killer.
It's coming for me, Johnny. They got me again. Welcome to the show. This is a podcast full of nonsense. And much like Seinfeld, it's a show about nothing. We are glad to have you here. Maybe you're listening on your podcast app of choice. Maybe you're streaming from the website. Maybe you're here watching live or on YouTube, twitch.tv/Fluxtaposed. We stream this live every Tuesday, 8:30-ish. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the show. Pull up a chair, as we used to like to say. You're here for a hangout podcast. We cover a range of topics. Maybe not well, maybe well. I don't know. But hey, thanks for checking us out. I'm glad you are here. I'm glad Lucas is here.
I am here. I'm present and accounted for.
We survived another week in this journey called life. And can you believe it, man? 278 episodes of this fine podcast. We've been doing this a long time.
I know.
I mean, we could never make any finished product before creatively. And now we've done this 277 times. After tonight, 278 times. That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, that is a lot of episodes. Our podcast has lasted longer than some marriages at this point.
I mean, that's true. I mean, look, our average show is 90 minutes. I would say multiply that out by 277. That's a lot of minutes.
A lot of time spent together.
It's a lot of time. It's too much time. Nobody wants to spend that much time.
Why did you break it down like that? Now I'm depressed.
I wanted to feel good about ourselves. Like, we've been doing this show for a while, bud. You think you know how to podcast? Well, guess what? I've been doing this 277 times, and I still don't know.
Oh, something was throwing me off, and I just realized I'm staring at the waveforms in Adobe Audition, and that's why I'm like, why do I keep looking down here to see you? What's going on? What's different?
Let me move this up here.
Yeah,
and then I got a haircut yesterday, so I'm feeling all fresh. You always feel good after that new haircut.
You do.
I only had to wait 45 minutes.
Dang, only.
Barbershop, man.
They need to get a barbershop quartet so that they can entertain you.
They only had one person working. That was the problem.
Well, that's okay.
So,
there you go.
Let's get the procedurally generated content out of the way first. Join us on Discord. Fluxtaposed.com/Discord will get you an invite into the server. I know everyone's got a Discord and you don't want to manage them all, but guess what? There's folders now, guys. You can just sort stuff.
You can mute everything.
Put those other servers that you don't even talk to people on, put them in a folder, mute them. You never have to check them again. Put ours right up there up top. I tell you what, you're going to have a good time. Just try it.
Hey, and you know what? We don't overuse our Discord.
We don't. But
it's all quality content.
When the Discord is popping, there's some interesting conversation. I think
that is true.
I don't think you're going to get that anywhere else.
You know what I call?
Characters there.
This is what I call our Discord now to people that aren't in the know. I call it Secret Dads, modeled after Secret Moms on Facebook. But like, if I had to explain what it is, I just call it Secret Dads.
I mean, all of us that are active there are dads.
I mean, Callow's bitching about his family all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
at a kid's birthday party. Oh, I hate this. Just kidding.
In-laws are coming over. They want me to barbecue for everyone.
It's 105 degrees outside.
I just bought this new knife, though. And then, we can't lose weight because we're old and fat.
That's true. That's true.
This conversation. And then we've got our talk about, actually, that's not true because I think all of us do make a healthy effort to really better our lives, both physically, mentally. There's a conjoined, there's an effort there.
It's a weird dichotomy of like trying to be healthy, but then also I just ate pizza every day this last weekend.
Yeah. Or the ever popular, we have no money, so we're going to try to fix everything ourselves chat. I mean, we do all that. I mean, there's all these things. Look, this is what you're missing out on. You can better your life. Fluxtaposed.com/Discord will get you an invite into the server. And we do play games sometimes, and you can check out what we play, when you can play with us. You get the notifications on when the show's streaming or when one of us streams like once every 6 months.
That's true.
And when our videos publish. I mean, there's some cool channels there. Just try it on.
Something for everybody.
If you don't like it, you can leave. I won't even feel bad. Our Discord bot does say something nasty about you when you leave, but you're already gone.
You don't know that.
You're not going to see it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to feel bad about. I mean,
exactly. Yeah. What more could you want?
So that's my pitch to you. As I've already said, we do stream this podcast live to Twitch every Tuesday night, right here at twitch.tv/Fluxtaposed. We would love to have you join us in the live chat. We may acknowledge it. We may get too busy talking about something stupid and we might miss your comments. But please just keep pinging us. We'll get to you. I promise. And if you're so inclined, this show does, as many others in this small indie network, we are powered by Patreon, patreon.com/Fluxtaposed. We have some great things there for you, like our recently released
That's the one.
Fluxtaposed Radio, which we put out monthly. It's a curated list of great OC remixes by the two of us. We have a theme. Our patrons help us vote on them, and we release them. Our most recent episode is our 7th volume, our greatest hits. It's a compilation of our favorite remixes from in general, or remixes from some of our favorite games. And I can't say this enough, but each time I think our compilations are good, but then the next one comes out, I'm like, man, this one might be better. I don't know how.
I was gonna say,
I just really like the mix that we each pull from different games or different styles of remixes, and you get a really nice variety, a nice little waveform roller coaster of audible pleasure into your eardrums.
True. I never knew I would end up listening to Latin samba and liking it, but summer loving, boom.
Yeah.
Just make it sound like a video game tune, apparently, and I'll listen to it.
That's right. Our patrons get exclusive early access to each volume release. Goes public 1 week later. And I'm here to announce that we are, this was always a touchy subject to me, but we are releasing a first piece of exclusive, as we call them, Legion members. First piece of content exclusive to the Legion. It's a new monthly show that we're calling Fluxtaposed Safe Space. Now, you might be wondering, what does that mean exactly? So Lucas has given us Lucas, I'm going to let you,
okay,
because you helped name it, but you put this tagline together, this description.
Yes.
I don't want to steal that moment.
No problem. Yeah. So we were trying to figure out, we knew we wanted to do something, and we were trying to figure out, and I had this little thought in my head. So, but here's what the show is basically about. Safe Space, a monthly show in which we bring a heated but socially relevant question to the table and discuss the issue in a safe space. No judgment, just two ignorant dudes probably being offensive and randomly stumbling into an answer, maybe. We'll see. So the first question, basically our first topic, I think, and the one that kind of made me think of this idea was, should video games be a platform for social justice? Yes. So we're not going to discuss it. That's it.
You'll have to listen to the show to find out. And, I'm torn because, I didn't want to put content when we did Patreon. I never want to put content behind a paywall. But at the same time, after a while, I want to make sure people that the people that have been awesome to give us their hard-earned dollars over the months and the years that we've done this, I want to make sure that they're getting the most out of that as well. And I want to, I always think you're going to be able to provide better rewards and better tiers and better things, but I want to continue to bring it content, whether that be early access based things, but I wanted to give them a reason to feel like they're getting the most bang for their buck.
Incentivize.
And I think something like this, it'll be a lot easier for us to release in a season kind of format. So maybe, as we get down the road, maybe once the season's complete, maybe then we'll be like, we're going to put this out for public consumption at that point. Maybe when we're doing the second season.
I see what you're saying.
Type something like that.
It's going to be a once a month show. I did say monthly. Okay. I wasn't sure if I said that, but we're also thinking about releasing it in the middle of the month too, to where there's kind of a drought of our content. So we do 12 episodes and then maybe release them
fully public at that point. I don't know if I would want them on their own feed separately from the show. I don't know, because here's the thing I guess I'm going to say to people too is we're vulgar and gross sometimes on the show. I don't think overly offensive, but definitely not so much that you want to listen around your kids or things like that. I mean, we're not like grossly obscene, but we do cuss, we do swear, we do say stupid shit. That's part of the show. But Safe Space, I think, is we're going to go to some more territories that I wouldn't always feel comfortable discussing.
We're going to the dark web.
Public. I mean, I think the whole point is I want to talk about things that we don't normally talk about in this podcast, and other shows I listen to don't talk about, whether that be taboo subjects or exploring different sides of heated topics. Whether I don't, what's the most heated crap you can get into right now? Probably sexuality, politics, and religion. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
saying I want to do all three of those, but I mean, I don't want to be afraid to. I don't want to be afraid to steer into something like that to discuss it, and I think it helps separate us from some of the territory we always tread down. So
Yeah.
I'm really, I guess it's exciting because for me, we've made tweaks to the show over the course of these past 4 years, 5 years, I don't even remember now, but we've never done anything drastically new. So it's kind of exciting for a chance to freshen things up. I fully believe monthly is something we can commit to.
Yeah.
Although our track record sometimes with the radio hasn't always proved that, but you're always going to hit snags along the way. And radio involves us to actually, there's a lot of work involved doing that. This is something we already very much know how to do, is recording a podcast, especially when we're not doing it live.
Yeah.
And
we talked about
recording the conversation,
the length being like 30 minutes. So not too difficult to put together. So yeah, I think we'll see how it goes, basically.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I don't know if we'll get an episode out this month, but definitely I say October is going to be our maybe we'll do a soft launch this month if we can. Otherwise, we'll definitely, I think, in October, look forward to that. So I'm hoping that maybe that sparks your interest, and maybe you were on the fence about supporting this anyway, and then maybe that'll get you over. And current Legion members, I hope you look forward to it, and I hope you enjoy it, and we await your feedback in the appropriate Discord channels, because you got to keep the conversation tailored. I mean, that's the whole purpose. That's why we have rules. That's why we have a society built on rules and structure.
That's the next episode. Should we have societies built on rules and structures, or is it anarchy?
Why did Discord admins have this boner for rules and justice? Blah, blah,
Can
blah.
I just say whatever I want?
So that is Safe Space. I hope you guys check it out. I hope you guys enjoy it, and hopefully we continue to prove how asinine of critics of life we truly are.
It's true.
And then with that, I've talked. God, that's exhausting to talk about the podcast as itself. Sometimes that's too much. It's time to talk about our lives, so you feel better about yours. It's a little segment we like to call IRL.
That was a professional segue. I liked it.
You know, it's all the best I can do. You know, Kevin Austin does these puns, and he does all this stuff, and I'm just like, man, I just got to live up. You know, Donnie Reese, all my podcasting friends do so well, and I'm just like, I just rely on sound clips to like carry me. And this spoon and this glass, I'm sorry, this is gonna be really annoying, everybody.
Deuterino's in the chat. Yeah, what's the deal with the spoon? What are you drinking that requires the constant stirring?
It's a powdery, you know, it was like the powdery cappuccino mix, so you got to keep it. I'm actually working on my get out. I'm gonna like hypnotize you with the spoon, and then I'm gonna steal your body. Deuterino,
you
while
don't
you're
want
in the
this
chat,
body.
I know I already told you before, but congratulations on the new job, my friend. Hope that wish you all the success.
You got a new jorb.
Lucas, I don't got a whole lot to talk about.
Okay.
I don't got a whole lot to talk about, man. I don't have
story
a lot
of your
to talk
life.
About. I had a leaky sink. So doing the Fluxtaposed rule, I took out the man card and I fixed it. I should have listened to Fluxtaposed while I fixed it, but I didn't, because I don't want to listen to my own. After I do the show, I never want to listen to my show ever again. That's the rule. But no, I had a very slow drip in the faucet. So our kitchen sink is probably what a lot of people have for the kitchen sink. It's the handle, the one handle, turn it to the left, turn it to the right.
Oh yes.
And that's how you get the hot or cold water. Well, I had a slow drip. I would say maybe one drip every couple minutes. So not like excessive.
You timed it though.
Yeah, well, because I sit there in the chair and we're watching TV and I can just hear it. Bloop. Like a jackhammer hitting that.
What was that?
I'm like, what? Did someone touch the thermostat too? What's going on here?
Why is my house falling apart? Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. So I did what any member of the Fluxtaposed Discord would do. I'm not calling for a plumber. I am fixing this myself.
You're a man. The plumber's a man.
That's right.
Why can he do more than you?
So,
he can't.
So I watched my 5-minute Lowe's YouTube video of what I needed, what to prepare, what I needed to be prepared for. Because I've never worked on faucets until I owned this house, and you know I replaced the stems in my my bathroom faucet before. So now this one, and I have to say I'm marveled by the technology. Can I say technology for that? how that faucet operates. It's very interesting.
Engineering, maybe?
Yeah, sure. If you've never taken one apart. So you have to take an Allen wrench to loosen the screw that holds the faucet onto the stem, and you pull that off. And there's essentially, then you have, there's a metal ball with a stem sticking out of it that has a washer, and it's screwed down tight on top of the faucet head. So you have to unscrew that, which mine was like kind of corroded. So I had to wait for some WD-40 to work out the threads.
WD-40.
Yep. And you take that off, and then it almost looks like, it reminds me, almost like the metal ball that a jingle bell, is made out of. That's what it looks like. It's a metal ball with got a couple holes that line up with the pipe that's sticking out, and then there's some circular seals that have springs behind them, and you have to replace, because that's why it was leaking. So I bought a kit from, Home Depot. Or excuse me, from Lowe's. It was like $17 though for that kit that came with all the parts, all the various parts you would need. But since I took it off, I took the whole faucet head off, replaced some gaskets, because sometimes I would have a leak from the base of the faucet too. Because I can't accurately describe it verbally for a way I think that would make sense how it functions.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very interesting that the fact that there's a ball that rolls here, and there's these pressure sensitive like seals that control hot water flowing in from one side or cold water, and then how those actually fill up that faucet head, and then eventually the water comes out. It's very, this is a mind-blowing podcast.
Mankind has come a long way since I opened up that
faucet and I did that Spider-Man gif. I was like,
whoa,
with the waving head.
This technology is blowing my mind. So how the hell am I supposed to repair this space age technology?
The best part about this, though, here's the best part, is when you go to do the shutoff valves underneath the sink, and they actually shut off the water, and you don't have to shut off all the water to the house, because that's a pain in the ass when you have to do that.
Yes, it is. I have my kitchen sink. The valve is in the basement underneath, like direct. Like they didn't bother to put it next to the actual sink, at least as far as I remember. But
see, my bathroom sink, I couldn't. The one shut off valve, if I tried to shut it off, it would just spray water out. So I had to shut off the water to the house. So.
It does the opposite of what I want it to do.
Happy to say I fixed those, replaced it. It still works though. Nice. The stem that the faucet handle sits on is a little higher now, because it's almost a little too long. So I don't know if I technically could have got a different kit. I don't care. It still works. Whatever. Deal with it.
That's the important part.
There's no leaking water. Who cares?
There you go.
Sell the house and get rid from this dumpster fire.
It's their
like
problem.
The Detroit Lions, just sell and get out.
It just needs to stay together long enough for you to sell the house, and then it's somebody else's problem,
right? And then we've talked. It's not like that I've lost weight, but we talk about clothes, and you've unfortunately had this problem where clothes don't fit you anymore.
Yes.
And I've had t-shirt. I've always been in this weird place for t-shirts, like. I'm like in a weird size between mediums and large. Like mediums fit me great in the torso, but they never fit me great in the upper chest.
They can't contain all the muscles that are on your body.
It. They always will be too tight in like my armpits and stuff. But
sometimes I'll grab a shirt and go like this because the sleeves are too tight.
So I'm like always in a weird spot depending on the fit of between the medium and large. So finally I had an honest conversation, and I looked in my drawer. I have like a million t-shirts. I have way too many t-shirts. And this all started because I bought that Link to the Past Zelda t-shirt from Target.
Oh, yes. There was a Discord chat about that.
Yeah. So I had it ordered, and I had my wife, Jessica, measured my chest first because I wanted to make sure. I could have done it for you. What's that?
I could have done that for you.
Oh, but you weren't here. So, because I wanted to make sure I got the accurate fit. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of getting a large that fits too baggy. I'd rather deal with a shirt that might be slightly smaller. I'm going with the medium. I don't know. I guess it's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know. I got 2-day shipping, but now it says it's going to come Thursday. I don't know. Either way. And then I was like, okay, honestly, though, I have all these t-shirts. I have too many. If I'm getting a new t-shirt, I had to get rid of a bunch of old t-shirts. And then it's like, why don't I don't wear a lot of these shirts. And then you get this mindset of, well, this one was a gift and I like this one. This one, I don't wear it that much, but it's a good around the house shirt.
Yes, I have a lot of around the house shirts. I'm just
going to keep those.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. So I got everything out. I tried everything on. And I was just critical. I was like, okay, I bought the shirt on our honeymoon in Hawaii, but you can feel like the texture of the shirt feels crappy.
Thread
The
count.
graphics are starting to crack. And if you don't like the way it fits, why am I keeping it? So
Yep.
I'm Marie Kondoed everything.
I was gonna say, are they
Does
bringing
it
you
give
joy?
does it give me joy? No. And literally, I probably got rid of 15 to 20
Dang.
t-shirt.
I don't
I
even.
have half a drawer. I can't even fill up the whole drawer. I have half a drawer left. I have like maybe
Wow.
like 12 to 14. The Fluxtaposed shirts I'm in the
Now
cart.
I'm gonna just everyone.
Barely.
Ooh, nice. And now everyone has to say, "Man, you just wore that shirt, didn't you?" And like really make you feel self-conscious about how few shirts you have.
Well, that
now.
was the problem. I was only wearing the same, I guess I don't wear t-shirts that often anymore because I don't wear them to work, even on Fridays, which we don't have. We have a casual dress code anyway, but I got to the point where it's like, my mid-30s, I kind of want to dress more professional and dress like fitting for the role within
need
the
a
company
polo.
I am.
Tuck it into the jeans.
Well, talking about polos. I think it's funny you mention it because right here next to me, I have this nice black polo emblazoned with the nice PSVG graphic.
Oh my gosh, cross promotion.
Unfortunately, if I'm going to be blatantly honest, and we talk about the way things fit, this does not fit me.
It's like a trash bag
that I could wear it.
I have the same problem
huge on me because I'm a small man. I'm just a little fella. I need
dainty.
I need a medium.
A medium. I need a large.
So I guess go to the. I feel like I've just been blabbering about myself for way too long. I've talked through all this Fluxtaposed stuff. I talked about myself, but I guess the point I want to make across is like, what I've discovered in this past couple of years is, and like Kevin kind of nailed it too. It's like how I like design. I'm very much drawn to minimalist design, but I'm trying to be a minimalist about my life too, and especially about stuff because I don't need. Next is my actual closet. I get rid of all of my more dressier clothes and things of that nature, but it's like why do I need this stuff? I don't, you just I've got to detach myself just because I'm getting rid of things that I received or shirts I like, but those memories are still there. Just because I don't have the item doesn't mean I don't need this physical thing to remind me of going to Hawaii.
And it's okay to have 2 or 3 things like that, but when you have 20 things like that, it's
right.
You're a hoarder.
Like once you finally do expel that from your belonging, you feel like you do feel like this weight is lifted. You do feel better afterwards. So I guess that's the thing I can impart onto other people is like it's worth it. Like if you put the effort there, and like it might be hard to let go of some things, but when you do let go, it feels a lot better on the other side.
Never
just like if you're really gassy and you got a big fart, you're holding it in. When you let go, you're gonna feel better.
It's true. It might hurt at first, but eventually it's going to feel okay. Somewhere there's a landfill here in Grand Rapids that has like half of your wardrobe in it.
No, I donate most of my stuff. So somewhere there's going to be a Goodwill. Hot tip. There's going to be a Goodwill coming up here in the Grand Rapids area. It's going to have a couple sweet Star Wars shirts.
Oh, I better go
The Target Star Wars special, the red Millennium Falcon. She went bye-bye.
Oh, no. Those are hard to get rid of because you're like, well, it's a nerd shirt and I like Star Wars.
I got 3 other Star Wars shirts. So
exactly. That's what it comes down to. It's no biggie. All right. Guess what?
What? Chicken butt.
That too. I've been streaming again.
Yeah, you have.
I have.
I was all excited for more Mega Man, and then you're like, oh, it's Wolfenstein.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, it's Mega Mondays. I learned it from you, Dad. So I was like, well, because they're like 3 or 4 hour games, depending on how good you are, right? So
it's frustrating sometimes, too.
Oh,
I think you can ask one Mr. James Johnson, Dr. Doom, Jams Gams, how frustrating it was to play through Mega Man. He was going to play through all the Mega Man collection when that came out.
That's what I'm doing.
And, was it Mega Man 2? Or was it Mega Man 3, I think, was as far as you made it because that damn Yellow Devil.
I had to do the damn Yellow Devil in Mega Man, the first one. I'll talk about that later. Yes, he is. It's slightly less room though in that one.
I was gonna say, spoiler alert before you get to that topic. How great is that frame rate experience with that boss fight?
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. We'll talk about that and what you're playing. Just remember to ask me that. But all
right.
All I really wanted to say was it's hard. It's hard to like muster up the, I don't want to say courage, but the want to do it. There's something in my head that makes me feel like, oh, who the hell wants to watch this guy stream? Like, why are you streaming, you loser? You're not a pro gamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? You can't. Here's what I've learned from seeing some other people. You can't go into it with that attitude. Like,
right. Yeah.
And you
No,
can't
it's
go
true.
into it with the attitude is like, oh, I'm going to be freaking awesome at this. You know, you
Oh, it
just
definitely wasn't like.
I think you just got to be authentic, and because there's people I know that have started, and you know, you build up an audience, and you build up a community with other streamers, and then you kind of lean on each other. Not to say that, like, I'm not saying like you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to be a streamer now, and I'm going to do this all the time.
No, not at all.
Wait.
There's more.
This is how you play this.
Okay.
This is how you play this angle.
Okay.
Because you used to have the job that you could do from home.
I did.
Now you say to your wife, honey, here's an opportunity for me to bring in extra revenue for the household, extra income.
It's true.
I'm going to be a Twitch streamer. I have to play games for like 4 hours, scheduled, and I'm just going to build this fan base, and they're just going to come in.
They're just going to shower me with money.
So, honey, let me do it. That's your pitch.
Okay.
Let me know how it goes.
Okay. I'll tell you right now. She'll go, well, you're not a woman, so you won't make any money off Twitch.
Well, isn't that what we talked about in? I think that came on Discord. Something about her hoo-ha came out on stream or something like that.
Oh, I hate when my hoo-ha comes out on stream. I'm like, well, push it down.
Deuterino, do you have an Android phone right now? I see you're switching to the Cult, huh?
Maybe the iPhone. What's an XR?
That's like one of the fancy iPhone 10 variants that they had like 10 of them, I think.
If the phone was so good, they wouldn't need variants of it. Anyways, streaming, yeah, but I kind of, like you said, I got over that. I really just want to hang out with people while I play games.
Yeah,
I miss that experience.
I feel like every time you bring up this point, I'm like, I hijack it, what you're talking about, but that's like one of the best Twitch experience, still to this day, one of the best Twitch experiences I had, besides a couple of the limited Dead Space ones. Was when I was streaming one night when I streamed Dark Forces.
Oh yeah,
I
showed up for that for a few.
Dan was there and a few other people, but I had like 8 to 10 people consistently during that stream. When you have people that are constantly engaging with you and you're talking about things, you're not like, the game is secondary. It's like the hangout thing.
And you start talking to people about the game you're playing. Or I actually had 2 people show up when I was playing Wolfenstein, and I didn't know who they were, and they were talking about their experiences a little bit. Of course, everybody always joins at the tail end, and you're like, oh, I'm almost done. I've been doing this for an hour now, but...
like the famous guy that joined this show?
Yeah, make me laugh in 20 seconds.
Make me laugh. You have 20 seconds.
Okay. And the OC remix is playing or whatever. It's like,
well,
cool.
Well, sorry.
Duder says, just stream Minecraft, Fortnite, and Roblox, and you'll be big fast. And yeah, I have an Android. Yeah, I've noticed there's a lot of Minecraft, a lot of kid-friendly content available for everybody. You know, that's the big part, is a lot of people who watch streaming are, you know, children. Because
the Switch can be arduous to go from one ecosystem to the next, but it can be done. And I think it's a lot easier now. So
Deuterino's going to be there every day, he says, to my stream. Anytime I'm streaming, he says, I'm there, dude. He lurks.
Ignore that part where he says the day ones are ones I can't join. He's going to make an exception for you.
I don't care about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm just streaming. If anyone's interested, I am streaming during the day, usually around noon.
Are you going to try to do, like, what's your perceived schedule
coming up?
You going to try to do how many, couple days a week? Or?
A couple days a week. It might vary. Obviously, if it's Mega Mondays, I'm going to be doing Monday for sure. But toy
opening videos, yes.
Oh, dude, toy opening videos. I know, right?
I mean, yeah. I think here's the thing. I think if you can be consistent with it, that's the big thing. Is being consistent and having the schedule. Because we obviously tried it. I can't commit to anything anymore.
That's the only reason why I started. It seems like I'm out of the blue, but it's because my son started going to school and my schedule opened.
No.
So as long as that time is there, I guess I might as well utilize it somehow.
Yeah, and I think it'll provide a good outlet for you too.
Yeah.
Even if it's just Tom Servo talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And I mean, I'm getting games that I need to finish done.
He's good people.
He's great people. We had a good laugh about Wolfenstein and how that was going down. So, but I'll probably talk about that again when I finish it. And it feels like I'm getting pretty close. So That's pretty cool. Plus, you've played it, so we'll be able to reminisce. Speaking of Isaac going to school, so he had a birthday, and his 4th birthday, and last Sunday we did a birthday party for him. Sorry, my dog is like just going to town on this rug. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. We can't see him anymore,
so now we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I can hear it, and it's freaking awful. His nails just ripping up the carpet. Anyways, so he had a birthday. Yeah, he had a birthday on Sunday, or a birthday party, and so we were all getting together, the whole family, extended, everybody, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, great grandparents. Oh yes, you better believe it.
The whole family.
The whole, my side of the family, my wife's side of the family.
Now I understand. Thank you for putting that in terms. I understand.
Of course. Who? My wife. I mean, my wife. So yeah, we're all just going to get together and sit awkwardly and, have our own social circles because we're comfortable with the people that we know. So my only real point of this is that I was somehow in charge of, because it's my son's birthday party, I was in charge of doling out the gifts. Okay, no problem. I also definitely was going to be in charge of taking pictures because I don't trust anybody else to do that.
Fair enough.
Slight problem. It's kind of difficult to be giving the gifts and trying to sort that mess when you're also trying to get in position to take pictures. And when you add 2 young children in the mix, 2 other young children who are also family, a 9-year-old and a 7 or something like that, or maybe an 8 and a 6-year-old who are just like grabbing stuff and like, here, open this. Isaac wants to open this gift. And they're all running around and I'm trying to take pictures and they're standing in front of me. It's like herding cats, dude. And I'm just like, there's like 10 adults all around me. Cause like,
you always get stuck with this stuff.
Yeah, it was like an amphitheater and they're all in the crowd and I'm up on stage with these children and they're all just sitting there watching. And I'm like, can I get some freaking help, please? So I looked to my wife and I'm like, can somebody help me? Because like, I can't take pictures and give out the gifts and know what's going on because things are being handed to him. And I'm like, oh, he's opening this now. Well, I'm over here trying to grab something for him to do. And so and then of course, I'm getting snippy with my wife because I'm like, hello, I didn't think I needed to say anything, but sometimes you do. But how do you do that in front of your family? Like, hey, can you control your children? Because this is, it's not even really that big of a deal. It's just one of those in the moment things where you're just like, come on. Like, how am I supposed to do all this? You're all sitting right here watching me. Like, you can see I need help.
You can't voice your displeasure on that.
Oh, no.
You're in trouble now.
I know. Forgiveness, please. I brought great shame upon my family.
You have disgraced your forefathers.
That's so insensitive. This isn't safe space. You can't just be a dick and get away with it. Coming soon to a feed near you.
I can't. Sorry.
And then the other thing is, so he's been going to school, right? So that was the birthday story. Mm-hmm. And now here's the thing. My wife, this is his 2nd week. We're in the middle of the 2nd week of school. Morning drop-offs. My wife takes him to work. My wife takes him to work and takes him to school and drops him off and walks him up to the class, or to the teacher. They meet outside. And there's been a problem where he doesn't want mom to leave. First, we thought maybe he wants to play on the playground for a little bit because they meet over by the playground. Okay, we'll get there like 5 or 10 minutes early. We can play around on the playground, then line up for school. No, that didn't fix the problem. It is, I don't want mom to go. Can't you just come inside with me? Come into my classroom with me. That whole thing. Oh, you're leaving? And it's, hey, my old chair used to do that.
I'm messing with the lever. I wasn't sure what it did. I'm sorry.
Apparently it makes it pop like, it's called the unpredictable leverage lever. You got it.
Okay, we're good now.
I could actually see how much more secure you were after you did that.
I'm trying to like get some better posture here going on. So
I know what you mean. Like you sit straight up and then all of a sudden you crack like 8 vertebrae or whatever.
Yeah. So he doesn't want his mom to leave. He's kind of like attached. Yeah.
He's a bit grumpy, which is weird because he's not tired, but I don't know. He's just bummed. And this is kind of he'll come home in the afternoon after on his bus ride. He'll ride the bus home, and I've gotten him off the bus, and like the first day was not the typical television running into your arms experience that you would expect. It was like he was tired and crabby. Yeah, my arms were wide open. He was having none of it. So he comes. It's been a long time since we've referenced Creed, actually. So yeah, he's just been kind of grumpy when he gets home. Today was the best day, but he's mentioned a couple times, I just want to stay home, which he didn't do until like last week, Thursday, like his last day. So now we're dealing with that. And like, what do you do? I've explained to him, I'm like, just because you're at school doesn't mean mommy and daddy don't love you. School isn't a punishment. We feel like this is the best fit for you. You're going to make friends. I was like, you could stay home, but then you're not going to learn anything because I'm not going to teach you. I'm not a teacher. I'll let you sit here and play video games. I'm a terrible person. I didn't say that part, but I was like, I didn't say those last two things, but I was like, I can't show you the world that you're going to learn about in school.
I can show you the world.
I can't show you the world.
I'm apparently in a
singing mood.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's
Nobody
right.
wants.
It's because I keep saying things that sound lyrical, and then you're like, "There's a song for that."
There's a song for that. Mm-hmm.
And then, secondly, there's no, you're not going to interact with kids here. That's one of the things that you've looked forward to the most, and like I can't provide that.
Yeah.
So
he needs that social interaction that you can't provide.
Exactly.
He needs that.
Exactly. He's not awkward, but he is kind of quiet and shy. Doesn't really know how to act around new people. So we need to break him out of that. And he picks it up really fast, thankfully. He's not like, he doesn't clam up. He just sits back for a little bit and watches and then participates. So he's like slow to warm up, I guess. And I'm like that too. So I guess he gets it from both of us. So, we're dealing with that. And then there's a new request that we think will help, or we hope will help, I guess. He wants to ride the bus in the morning.
Oh, okay.
He wants to. He's asked to. And I don't know if he understands that, like, one, he's going to have to wake up earlier. And two, that means you don't see mom as much. Right. I've tried to explain to him, like, all right, you're going to go outside and we're going to put you on this bus and you're saying goodbye to both of us right here, So maybe that will help. Maybe a bus ride will give him time to process and away from the family and then everything will be okay. So that's the big next step is we're going to get that bus coming to our house and,
Okay.
Get on the bus.
We're dropping off. You ride the bus home. Okay, now he's doing
both. Now he's just going to do both, which he was going to have to anyways, because in the winter, there was no way they were going to make it on time. Like with my wife, some of those days where they don't close, but they probably should have are going to be bad. So Deuterino brings up a good point. Life makes you feel like that. Just terrible. Just in general. You don't know what to do. All mixed up. Don't know what to do. There you go. There's some lyrics for you.
I mean, usually just waking up sometimes.
Just like, oh God, it's only Tuesday. So that's my IRL.
Well, there you have it. See, guys?
Now your lives are better than
now your life maybe not so bad after all.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, right?
Exactly.
You ready to go around the web then?
Let's go all the way around.
All the way around the web. All right, let's do it. We're gonna kick things off with our first article submitted to us by Mr. Skinny Matt, proud member of the Flux Legion. Hit us up on Discord. This comes to us from is it Rooters?
It's Rooters, and I think it's the worst name ever.
Rooters.com. Headline reads: Not cricket. Australian charge $68,000 for a beer in Britannia.
Home of Richard Garriott.
And an Australian cricket journalist in Britain for the Ashes Test Series is claiming to have drunk the most expensive beer in history after being charged nearly $100,000, $68,120 for the triple.
Wait, what? I don't understand.
Australian $100,000.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't see the A there.
Yeah. And what is that? It's not a dollar sign there for the 68. I don't know what. I'm not familiar with
sideways dollar sign.
Our currency in foreign nations.
I'll
Peter
Google it.
Leller, chief cricket writer for the Australian newspaper, said he stopped for a drink at a bar in Manchester, northwest England, on Sunday ahead of the fourth Ashes Test at Old Trafford. Relaying the tale on a story call, Leller said he was not wearing his glasses, so he did not check the bill for the bottle of Duchers IPA he ordered before handing over his bank card. The rude shot came a few hours later when his wife at home in Australia alerted him to the fact that nearly $100,000 had been stripped from their joint account, adding to the pain. He'd been slugged another $2,500 as a transaction fee. First, I'm just damn pleased that their bank account could withstand a $100,000 transaction, because I know most certainly my account could not. Some sleuthing revealed that instead of entering £5.50, $6.78, the bar staff charged him £55,000 for a single beer. The operator of the bar was not immediately available for comment, but spokeswoman told the Guardian newspaper it was investigating. Oh, here we go. Leller said that the funds were drained from his mortgage offset account, and he was surprised not to receive any notification from his bank, which he did not name. I would think that your bank would probably flag that transaction as possibly fraudulent.
This guy is really drinking, because you would think that would just look like a bar tab. So then you got to be like, damn.
Right. The transaction fee has already been refunded, but he'll have a massive hole in his finances for the 9 working days it'll take for the larger amount to be returned. As for the quality of the ale itself, which has won a number of awards, he was ambivalent. It was good, but not that good.
I don't think anything would be that good.
I don't think anything would be that good.
It could be like the Lord's. I was just going to be the Lord's, you know what, and it would not be that good.
This isn't a safe space. You can't do that.
I know. We're both making asses out of
so
ourselves.
Someone just did a little Fluxtaposed. Let's cook the books a little bit. Ooh. Hey, what's up, Skinny Matt? We just talked your story.
Hosting. We did.
We just told you a story.
So basically, it was because he didn't wear his glasses. Is that what I'm to understand?
Well, he didn't wear his glasses. He didn't pay attention to anything. He didn't wear his glasses when they gave him the bill. He just signed for it. I didn't check how much they charged him.
Gotcha.
So double check the bill.
I mean, I'm stingy, so I'm always checking the bill. What? $38? Let's see. Oh yeah.
Convenience fee. I'll drive 40 minutes to save that $2.
That's right. God, you can't. That's just an internet tax for convenience.
Highway robbery. Coming up, we're going to go to Everyone Loves BuzzFeed, right? Everyone loves BuzzFeed. Kevin Austin sent us this great headline. It is topical because you recall this event was coming up. The viral Storm Area 51 event got canceled for being a possible humanitarian disaster. Oh, wait. So a bunch of dumbasses were going to charge a U.S. military compound? That situation was never going to play out?
I don't understand.
I can't believe it. I can't believe this isn't going to happen.
Well,
those people are going to get all the alien secrets. They're going to go. They're just going to walk in there. We're going to storm in there and do it.
From what I read, that's what I thought too. But apparently there was going to be like music and
oh god,
just like a regular festival. I don't know. I'm trying to figure. I only read the article because I was like, were they really planning on storming this, or were they just calling it that and it was just a regular? I still don't know.
I mean, let's hypothesize here. Like, let's say thousands of people marched onto Area 51. There is the signs. There's always signs posted that no trespassing, this and that, and there's road guards. And I've seen various shows that explore that space, and supposedly you get so close to the entrance, and you can see unmarked vehicles that are perched out, and people are watching you. And it says there's armed guards. And so would you think if you got close enough to this base, do you think they would fire on civilians? I mean, do you think
that many people? Well, I mean, it's a catch-22, right? Because if they do, then it's just like, all right, they really are hiding something.
I guess they would open fire, but I'm sure they would send out, people would be wrangled up, and
they have alien technology. Obviously, you think there's not something in there that's not going to instantly vaporize you or non-lethally.
Well, we've reverse engineered all this stuff. That's how Tesla started. We reverse engineered alien technology. We have electric cars now.
Our government was working on gay gas 40 years ago, so who knows what they actually have now? It's a true story. Look it up. Google.
If we're reverse engineering alien technology, I think we need better people involved because we're not making any progress, really. I mean, are we?
We're not going to be if video games and movies have taught me anything, it's the Germans that end up with this technology.
Where's my dubstep gun?
That's a good question. I need a shark gun. I do like that. I was kind of scrolling through here trying to figure out, and it says this town named Rachel.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, they were warned that there's no gas station, no store, and pretty much nothing else besides one motel / restaurant / bar, thematically called the Little Ailey Inn.
Oh.
Which was book solid anyway, so.
Here's okay, so like you said, I think this is some clever headlining from BuzzFeed. Imagine that. Notice how the headline was the viral Storm Area 51 event got canceled. Mm-hmm. But if you actually read this, looks like we're not going to see them aliens after all. A festival associated, like you said, with the viral Storm Area 51 event has been canceled.
Yeah, there you go.
As forced off possible humanitarian disaster akin to the infamous fire festival. So this was called Alien Stock. And it was a donation-based festival. It was billed as an experience that celebrates aliens in the know and improvis, blah, 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 blah. It was clear
so people they're not going to have music. They're just going to go get themselves killed still.
Yeah, so apparently, I don't know. The original Facebook event was started as a joke saying, if we Naruto run and we can move faster than the bullets, but it quickly morphed into something enormous. Millions of people RSVP'd on Facebook and became one of the biggest memes. After it blew up to enormous proportions, the event's creator, 21-year-old, they have to mention, he's a 21-year-old gamer. Matty Roberts decided to make it an actual. Him. Oh, okay. So then he turned it into an EDM music festival. So that's what happened. So it started
was
off
a joke.
So
I don't understand these kids today with their damn festivals and their Area 51s. Where's the other 50 areas? I don't know.
Again, I go back to my point at the start. Oh, this whole thing never played out. Okay. Shocking.
It's news because millennials like it.
This sounds the equivalent of a what's that website where they do a petition.org, a change.org petition that's going to make something happen. Shut down EA. Get back the Star Wars license. I got started a change.org petition. Dumb. Where's my Tracy Morgan gift? Nope.
Tracy Morgan.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
I'm Brian Fellows. I say we do one more. Would you? I'll let you pick. Do you want to talk about the KFC dating sim or the self-driving car bed?
I want to talk about the self-driving car bed because it's mine.
I think that's good because there's a Colonel Sanders dating sim.
I was going to say that's all you need to know.
And it's very Karo anime senpai notice me waifu stuff. Just it's on YouTube. You'll find it.
I want it.
Lucas shared. Did you share this one?
Yeah, I grabbed this one. Now this is multi-layered here.
Gamers are oppressed, dude. We are oppressed.
We are. We're barely even represented in.
And video games cause violence. Yes, good point. Also, Matt.
It's true.
There's never gun violence before video games.
You want me to take this? You want me to take this article?
All right.
So here's a video that shows Tesla driver apparently sound asleep while driving his self-driving. Well, while not driving his self-driving Tesla.
There's like two people sleeping in that car. It looks like.
Yeah. So there's like a dude and a woman in the passenger seat. Now here's the thing. The video goes on to explain that there are, because I don't know anything about the self-driving Tesla. I didn't even know if that was a thing. But there are safety things that make it so you can't let go of the steering wheel and some other things like that. Otherwise, that you won't be able to drive the car, basically.
Yeah, Tesla has an autopilot mode. Yeah,
autopilot,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you let go, it will auto drive for a while, but then you have to check in or there's noises or, you can't just let go and literally just fall asleep and then it'll drive you somewhere. So it begs the question, right? Because it goes on to say that, of course, because this is a self-driving car, the article goes on to talk about self-driving cars, actual self-driving cars, and the fact that they've killed 3 people last year.
The tech company believes the video does not show a driver actually asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, due to those safety things. They think it's, I guess there's been other ones, and so it's supposed to be a hilarious prank.
That's like the typical PR response I think they have to issue, right?
Yeah, basically. We don't think that's real. Otherwise, we have to do something about it.
I mean,
why else do you want a self-driving car?
Right. I mean, and then if it takes the point, I understand that, they don't want the people to take their hands off the wheel, but what's the point if I'm conflicted here because like I don't know where I want to see this technology go, because I guess if you got to the point where every car on the road was self-driving, we'd probably see significant less accidents.
We'll see. And that was the question I was going to ask just real quick was they said 3 deaths or something like that last year from self-driving cars. How many deaths and accidents were caused by human drivers as a comparison?
Yeah.
I need the ratio, the percentage number, the average.
Autonomy in vehicles terrifies me because if the freight, if logistics and freight as it's transported today goes to autonomous vehicles and we have self-driving semi-trucks, for example, you're gonna displace millions of workers there, but then that whole industry is going to radically change, and I want to continue to have a job for a company, so don't have self-driving vehicles. But I don't know, like it's crazy because this is like let's go back to the perfect example of the future, Demolition Man,
yes,
our Taco Bells, but it had self-driving cars, and growing up you're like, that's gonna be so cool in cars. If I can just get in a car and it drives itself.
Well, it's also gonna fly too, according to us back then. So.
That's true. So it's like although whenever I hear Tesla, I think of Silicon Valley.
Yes. Do you want to ride in my Tesla?
It has turbo mode. It goes 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds.
Ugh.
But now they have the new supercharged mode, and I don't have it. The new season comes out in October.
Yay!
Final season though.
Everything good must end. Yeah, so I mean, it begs the question: should we have? Maybe that's a discussion on safe space. We need the Black Mirror-esque technological driven questions. Should we have self-driving cars?
I do wonder though, because Tesla is like I don't know, because they show in this whole video they talk about how you can't have the driver has to have his hands on the wheel, but in the video it shows someone sitting there with their hands off the wheel, nothing happening, unless that was specifically a setting, whatever. But if if their hands aren't on the wheel, if the car has a series of bells and whistles that are going off, and the mode should maybe eventually the car will disengage and stop, how is it still going down the road unless this person's again?
I figured it out.
This person.
I figured it out.
Oh.
Do you know what the driver did?
He cut off his hands?
No. He let Jesus take the wheel. So there were hands on that steering wheel just because you couldn't see them.
Jesus take the wheel. Lucas, Max Sense in the chat says, this is the first time here. What is this show about?
Oh my God. You just came at the best. Rewind like 15 minutes. Bullshit. It's all about bullshit. Would you say that's right? That's about as close as we could get.
Yeah, we
didn't talk about Florida Man, unfortunately.
Florida Man didn't come out today. So, we build this as a hangout podcast. We kind of cover a gambit here. Intro the show a little bit, little recap of what's gone on in our personal lives the past week. Currently, IRL's a little just that's what all happened. Around the web, we kind of go into a bunch of stupid articles, typically about Florida Man. And I think that actually covers around the web. You ready?
It does.
Are you ready? Are you ready for what you planned?
Oh my God, no, I'm not. Sorry.
You're not.
I was making a note. Now I'm ready.
Are you ready for what you planned?
No, apparently I'm not because I had it turned down. Sorry.
No bumper.
Okay. No, there's a bumper.
This is Fluxtaposed. This is what the show's about. Us failing boilerplate.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Oh God, what game was that even from?
The other Sunset Riders song that I have on here.
Oh God.
Hey, come on! I got thrown for a loop, and I was also making a note over here. Come on!
I never know the best way to set you up for success.
There is no success. There is no success.
Should I just go, Lucas? Do you want to talk about?
I wish you would. Yeah. Are you okay? Are you having a stroke?
Yeah.
Is your mustache going into your brain?
Yeah, it is. It's actually my nose hair that's growing up. This is all nose hair, and it's coming. It's like
coming full circle, as it were.
Yeah, it's destroyed all the synapses.
Starts at your nostrils and then ends inside of your eardrums.
Yeah, totally. Do you wanna enchant us with your library?
Yeah. I'll do that. Let's start with Mega Man.
Let's
start with Mega Man because I played that on stream and we started talking about it. Shit's hard, dude. And like when you first, okay, so I'm playing the Legacy Collection, and when you first boot it up and you haven't played Mega Man in a while, there's like this momentary like, holy shit, this is how this thing controls. I don't remember this at all. So there was like a little bit of lag, just ever so much. Believable. From
When's the last time you played this? Was it emulator? Or was
I'm sure it was emulated. I mean, this is emulated too, but at least it's like officially emulated.
No.
Yeah, and so then of course I'm using my Xbox One controller or whatever. But you get used to it after a while, right? And yeah, I don't know. I just had a tough time with the platforming. I forgot that he's like Mario. He keeps his momentum a little bit when you run. So platforming is a little bit tricky. And the funniest part about it is that like, I remember the boss fights being hard. Maybe this is because of later Mega Mans.
Mega Man 1, I feel like the bosses are pretty, at least the regular Robot Masters are pretty pushover.
Yeah. You get the power and you shoot them twice and then they're done. So that's not even the hard part. The hard part is doing the level.
Yeah.
So you got the bricks. And then there were a lot of times where I just forgot like those little stomper guys, which are in every level, it seems like. They're little robots with a plunger on the bottom and they just kind of like jump at you. And if you're underneath them, they kick the crap out of you, dude. Like it hurts bad. He can jump through ladders. Like there was a point where I was like, oh, I'll just kind of stay on the ladder down here a little bit at the bottom of the screen. Nope. Get hit, fall off.
He fell through that. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah. I was like, damn it. There was another part where I needed this key thing. Turns out it was a power, the one that lets you create platforms to jump on.
Yep.
Yeah. That thing looked like a key. And so I thought I didn't need it. So I go all the way up this one side of the level, find out I need that power or I can't progress. So I have to go all the way back down. And I will say this, I suck at this game. I'm making no illusions that like I'm not doing no save states run. Right. I'm literally saving states every 2 seconds. like a madman. I mean, I couldn't have finished this game in the amount of time that I did if I hadn't done that.
I'm not too fond of Mega Man, the original. I mean, yeah, there's that historic side of it, and that started the franchise, and this and that. But I just don't think it's that. I have no reason to revisit Mega Man.
I mean, compared to the rest of them, the charm is kind of lacking a little bit in the Mega Man universe. You know, it's very bare bones compared to a lot of. I mean, the music is okay, is good, but compared to the rest, you know, I don't know. I got it out of the way. Let's just put it that way. And that damn Yellow Devil or whatever.
The Yellow Devil.
Oh, there was a fight there.
What do you hate more, the Yellow Devil or that dragon in the side-scrolling stage?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. I haven't done that in a while, so maybe I will hate the dragon more.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Yellow Devil sucked, but once I realized it was the same pieces moving in the exact same order every time, I got it down eventually.
That helps.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that version of them is not complex at all compared to...
No, and it doesn't... They must have fixed it because it didn't lag at all. So I was able to just play full speed.
Oh, good.
But they do have options. They have, like most emulators, they have plenty of options to change and whatnot. So it's nice. I'm going to keep going, though. I mean, it pissed me off, but I'm going to keep playing. So it's one of those games where you're like, I want to go back for more. And thank God the music is good because otherwise... I don't know what I'd be doing, but I got...
Now you're headed for Mega Man 2, Metal Blade game.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Metal Blade on
everything. But there was... That happened in Mega Man 1, too, to a certain degree. The Thunder Beam or whatever, Lekman's power.
I think it's that on everything?
Seemed like it, yeah, because it shoots in 3 directions, up, down, and forward.
Omni-powerful.
And a lot of those enemies stack up, so you can just shoot them with that and they die. So, good stuff. The other game that I've been playing... Dragon Easy though, Tom Servo says. But the platform. Gamer. Yeah, I mean he is. He's even said in the Discord he spends 4 hours at least a day playing video games. Every day he said that. It was quite unbelievable. Fire Emblem, 3 houses. You ready for this? Because your experience was you booted it up for 5 minutes. At least that was my
booted
impression.
up. I played the prologue. I never even made it to the school. I never even made it to the
Oh
academy.
my god!
That's all well I played.
I didn't know that part.
I did that first battle, and then the loading screen and the little voiceover does its thing, and I stopped the game there, and I never launched the game again.
I mean, well, let's talk about it. So Fire Emblem 3 Houses for the Switch. So this is one of those games I've noticed that you play for like 3 or 4 hours. And because of the way that the game works, it's basically mostly a visual novel with sprinkled in strategy wargaming on a top-down battlefield, basically. You
like
control
that Matthew
units.
Broderick movie?
I
War
want
games?
to play a game. Or what is it? I'd like to play. I don't remember.
I don't know. I've never
80s.
seen it.
Who likes the 80s? It's stupid. So yeah, basically all you do is you read for about an hour and then you play like a 15-minute battle and then you go back to reading for an hour. But you don't just read. You know, it's a visual novel. There's a lot of exposition to read about characters' backgrounds. They don't show you anything ever. You just have to feel badly about these characters through the things they tell you about their past. You never see them do anything. At least I haven't so far. They just sit around the school and
complain about things.
Yeah, complain about things like teenagers.
Okay.
And but you got to relate. You got these relationships to manage, so you got to do that as well. So I'm sending flowers to people. I don't know who they are. Are they in my school? I don't know. Send them flowers. These flowers cost 200 gold. Why? I don't know. I want everyone to like me. That's why. I'm a cool teacher. I send flowers to people on their birthday. What do you want?
You
It's
didn't
a good
send
game.
me flowers on my birthday.
Shut up. You didn't go to my school. Here's the worst.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did. Here's the worst part. Fetch quests. I can't remember who said it in the PSVG chat, but they were like, you do all these weird fetch quests, like, go get me some cookbooks from the library. And I don't mind like side quests as long as they have like a story driven narrative to them or some reason, something that affects the story. Like, even if that's the way that you improved relationships with your characters, that's fine. I loved the side stories in Mass Effect 2 where you just do the character back history stuff. I like that stuff. This is just, get the cookbooks and then you get 200 experience points or whatever. They gamified like the whole professor experience, because then you level up your professorship and you can do more of this in a day. It's just a self-feeding loop of bullshit where you're not actually playing the game. That's all it is. I'm just like, what am I doing here? I've done 2 battles and it's been 4 hours.
See, and that's what I was really looking forward to the most about Fire Emblem. Yeah, like this story, but like the battling is, I think. And I think, Hero Shade, I think, mentioned in our Discord that, while he still likes 3 houses, but he's like, I'm pretty sure he talked about some of the 3DS. I can't remember which 3DS game was much more like that Fire Emblem experience.
I think, it was Hero Shade. That's who was telling me about the fetch quests. And I wasn't that far yet. And I was like, oh God, who's right?
And, maybe it was just timing for me, but I just I never felt like the bug to like, for either game. I didn't feel compelled to play Ultimate Alliance 3. And I didn't feel compelled to play Fire Emblem.
But see, when that happens with 2 games, you're like, maybe I just don't feel like playing the Switch. But I'm not feeling compelled to return to it either. And I liked the strategy part of it. The battles are fine. It's the middle part lasts too long.
And I'm just not into that whole why I don't salivate over a anime female or I just don't get that. Yeah, I'm not a I guess I don't have enough weeb in me. I don't have a desire to waifu simulate, I just don't. That's not gonna. I don't know.
Well, in your role as a professor, you shouldn't even be thinking about that anyways. You should be taking your teachership duties.
You should be making them better people and preparing them for life, and in this case, preparing them for war.
Yes, exactly. That's the other thing. Like, I chose to do the Iron Man mode, basically, where you lose people if they die, thinking, okay, this is how I'm going to get attached to my characters, right? But you battle so infrequently that it doesn't seem to matter that much. I don't know. There's some stuff there. The battles are okay. I'll give it a little bit more of a shot probably because I'm thinking maybe like when you get further along,
Yeah,
the
I
stuff
think when
gets
you like hit,
faster.
everyone talks about the time jump. So once you hit the time jump and experience that
What is
side of
this,
the
Back
game,
to
I
the
think
Future? Jeez.
maybe I don't know. I,
You wouldn't. You're right.
I'm never gonna find out.
I have a
don't think
feeling I
I
won't
don't think
either.
I'll probably ever play this game. Unfortunately.
It's just I don't know. I like a cinematic experience. I don't mind reading. I'm not complaining about reading, but the problem is when the reading takes place of most like 80% of the game, when that's most of what you're doing, then I just feel like I should be playing a visual novel. That's really what it is. And maybe I'm not giving it a fair chance, but you have 2 to 3 hours to hook me. And I don't know what my playtime in this is, but it's probably at least 4 or 5. So I mean, I'm on the fence about going back to it as it is. So,
Interesting.
yeah, I mean, I might do it just for curiosity's sake, but it's on the fence. I got him on the ropes, as it were. Lastly, 2 things I watched. I'm gonna just quickly interject with Dark Crystal Resistance because you were asking me if I had watched that.
Yeah, I started it, but I was too tired. I couldn't do it.
I've only watched 1 episode. I watched the first episode, and I can say this: I won't ruin anything. Obviously, it looks great. I don't know. It's colorful, but the world, like Jim Henson would be proud of what they did because it looks like a continuation of what they already had.
When's the last time you saw the source material?
Like maybe 2 months ago.
Okay,
or
so
3.
very recently. Okay,
Yeah,
I
probably
don't
more like
remember.
3. Probably more like.
I don't remember much about. I mean, I remember the basic plot overview, but it's been a long time since this is a prequel, but what's the time span between
Some of the
two stories?
characters from almost all of the characters from the first one or from the movie, as far as the Skeksis are concerned, are still alive.
Okay,
And there's some that I've never seen before. Like the Emperor is alive still, but he dies in the beginning of the movie.
A spoiler.
But yeah, he it's not that far. Like it's got to be like 30 years, 20 years, something like that back.
Because I remember in the movie, like the Gelflings are like extinct, right? There's like
yes,
there's no Gelflings left except their main character.
They get into that pretty quick. That's like the whole point of the first episode. So if they've already got to that, then I'm guessing you don't really need to see the source material much to get. My guess is that you might get some in jokes or some extra lore or something having known some of this stuff, but I watched the first episode and I can't say that having watched it recently really helped me at all, at least with this one.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks great. Neat environment, or it left me wanting more. Like I watched it and I was like, okay, cool, I'm on board. And what I thought was actually kind of cool is that the voice acting is really good, but sort of in that Saturday morning cartoon sort of way, if that makes any sense. Because like the person I was surprised to hear, do you want me to just tell you who it is?
Yeah, because I don't know.
You'll hear him throughout the whole thing, was Mark Hamill.
Oh,
and
really?
At first I thought he was doing the Joker voice, but then I realized it's a little bit like the raspiness.
Does he play Skeksis or?
Yes. The raspiness is the same as like the Joker, but as far as the way that he talks, like almost like the dialect that he's using is slightly different. So I don't know. It was hard for me to pick up on at first, but I heard him say certain things and I was like, that's Mark Hamill. I know him. I've heard him talk. That's him. So all of the voice acting is good. The whole thing is just, I don't know. It just feels good. It feels like a good Saturday morning cartoon or something in a good way, mixed with like a graphic novel. And then lastly, because Deuterino talks about this all the time, you know what? I saw it at the library. I was like, screw it. I like kids movies a lot of the time, as long as they're good. Animated films, I'm a fan. So I picked up Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2 with the hopes of picking up 3. Now, I didn't realize that Adam Sandler is the voice of Dracula in this movie. Not that necessarily really would keep me from getting it. But I don't know. I was morbidly curious about whether or not this was good, because sometimes people talk about things on the internet and you don't know if they're fucking with you. And I thought for sure that he was just like fucking with us, especially how many times he brought it up. And like, okay, you're just trying to trap me into some bad
I don't
shitty
know.
movie.
I always figured there's this ongoing in joke between Jams and JB and him.
Maybe
and
there is.
I was always out
Maybe
of
I'm
it, but
completely oblivious to the whole thing. But Deuterinos is not me. So it's all true. It's all sincere. And he asked me about it on stream when I was playing Mega Man, and I said basically it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. First of all, it's visually interesting. There's a lot of color on the screen. There's a lot of atmosphere, different environments that are inside the castle with different rooms and stuff. I say castle, it's the hotel is a castle. Okay. As well as outside and around the castle. Like I would have liked to see this in HDR, because there's just so much vibrant color, you know. But
I didn't get this in 4K. I mean, you couldn't.
Well, there's some movies that like
did it at least have your Dolby Atmos for your sound?
No, it didn't. Although I don't.
Jesus.
I would.
How did you even like bring yourself down to this level to watch it?
No, I don't think of it that way. I think of it like
peasant movie.
I don't know. I look at it the difference between like black and white and a color movie, a Technicolor movie, not a colored movie. That'd be completely different. You know, I look at it as a new technology that is bettering the movie experience. So
I just like giving you shit.
I know you do. You hand me shit all the time. I got a big old sack. I got a 5-pound sack of shit over here.
You got a big old sack, huh?
I do. Only Tom Servo will get that reference because of something that happened earlier today. So you better get my reference.
What a gift you have there.
A black gift. So I will say this, knowing that was Adam Sandler, it was kind of hard not to picture him just sitting in a sound booth somewhere doing these lines. I don't know if it was the way that the mix was integrated into the film or if it was because it was Adam Sandler, but it kind of just sounded sound boothy, if you know what I mean. A lot of the times they'd go into an environment and he still sounds like the raw audio or something, you know, that very dead, no reflection, that type of thing. Yeah. I don't know, no reverberation. I don't know. It was weird, and I couldn't get that image out of my mind. And it was only him, really. And then lastly, the story was simplistic, but you expect that from a kid's movie, right? And I will say this is definitely not appropriate for kids under, depending on the kid, probably under 10, maybe 8. A dude gets a pitchfork in the head. Now, he's a zombie, but you totally see a pitchfork go through a guy's head. I don't want my 4-year-old son to see that yet. Like, he's got a few more years before I want him to pretend stab people with knives and pitchforks and stuff. But I'll leave that up to the parents. This is just my personal experience. And there's also some scariness with, like, Dracula's mean face and all this other stuff. But anyways, my biggest problem with the story was, and I know, again, I'm talking about a kid's movie story, is that it all focused around a human that kind of got into this monster's hotel, and they need to get him out. Or at least Dracula needs to get him out. Nobody else he doesn't want anyone else to know that he's a human. And pretty much 3/4 of the movie was just get him out of here, which led to a lot of physical jokes and stuff like that, and a lot of comedy that way. And I can appreciate that at first, but when it's just like, that's the whole bit for 90 minutes or whatever, is get this guy out of here. It felt a little flat. Yeah. Like there could have been a little bit more. So I guess that's probably why I was glad to see different environments, because the story wasn't really doing a whole lot for me. But I imagine they'll fix that in Hotel Transylvania. I just shot my ring off my finger.
I heard that.
Hotel Transylvania 2 and 3, especially since 3 has nothing to do with the hotel. They go on summer vacation. Ooh. So better than I expected. I'll watch 2. And if that's still decent, I'll watch 3. And there you go. And there you go. Hotel Transylvania, surprisingly good.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
It is.
For myself, I didn't talk about this last week, but 2 weeks ago, when I was home for the holiday weekend, when I was at my dad's house, my brother brought his Switch with him, and Mario Party So lo and behold, we had like 6 people there, so we all got a little tiny Joy-Con, and we did that whole river rafting mode
Oh
there
dang!
with the Mario Party. So we did all the co-op mini
Do you
games.
have the slidey on corner, like the rounded
Yeah.
corners? Oh, I
Yep.
don't, and I wish I did because
We
without
had
it, it's
the shoulder
impossible.
adapters. Yeah, we had all those, and I don't know, man. Like I remember people were like, when this came out, they're like, "Oh, you're not getting this." I'm like, "No, I'm not getting buying Mario Party. F that." And I mean, don't get me wrong, it was fun. It was fun having to like, row and it because it tells who rowed the most and having to work together to navigate the raft. And like the mini games were fun, but with our 1.5 playthroughs, because then we went out to the bar. Um, we were already getting repeats of the game, so it's like we already hit the max like
Mini
variant
games.
there that was for
Yeah.
all the co-op games. So that kind of was like, we've already done all these. So it was kind of like, and while some of them were fun, but it wasn't that fun. We didn't play any of the competitive modes or anything like that, so I can't talk on that. So like, it was a fun like quick experience, but I'm glad it's nothing I would want to, you know,
It's like a
really
boat. You want
play
your
ever
other
again.
friends to have Mario Party, but you don't want to have to own Mario Party.
Absolutely, absolutely. And plus, that means he had to have. My brother had 4 Joy-Cons.
Yeah, that's what kept me
So
from doing it. I'm like, come on,
yeah. So
Joy, come
and
on.
that was the thing. Damon X Machina, the prologue demo came out last week after the direct.
The
Was that
Prologue
already? Was the direct last
Chronicles.
week or was that 2 weeks ago?
That
I
was
don't
last
remember
week.
now.
That was
last
last
week.
week. Yeah.
I did play some SNES games too, but we didn't talk
Oh,
about. Excuse me, Super NES games.
nobody plays retro
Nobody
games because they all
plays this.
suck.
Had to play some Mario Kart first off. I'm glad this demo came out because I've been like, I don't know, not hype on this game, but I've been like looking forward to this game. It comes out Friday, and this demo kind of told me it's like, you don't need this on Friday. You can wait for this. I don't feel like there's no desire
Jesus.
to like, I have to have this. And honestly, I mean, they've made some positive enhancements to the game. I think the game looks better. It runs much better than it did than the previous version. But my God, those character models, excuse me, they look like garbage. I mean, this looks like I don't know, man. Like, I think the PlayStation 2 could like meet that quality with what's like during those cutscenes. Those characters look terrible. And like the voices, they just like lifeless little the voice, like the mouth, the mouth. It's like almost astral watching the voice work in Astral Chain a little bit, but it just I don't know. That was a bit of a turn off, but I know that's being really nitpicky. But like the missions that you get to play in that prologue demo are there's nothing going on. It's just like you show up and you just steamroll everything. I don't know. Lucas is telling me there's someone knocking on his door at 10 o'clock. What the hell, man? You guys, maybe it's someone trying to get money for their kids again. Do you need to go upstairs and investigate that? Okay. Well, I don't. You could have said that on the air. We're not going to be offended if you tell us that. That's a good podcasting image. Oh, he can't hear me. I forget. He doesn't have his headphones on. I'm talking to him. He can't hear words. So someone's knocking on Lucas's door. As we're recording this, it's 9:56 p.m. So he's going to go up there and see what's going on there. I don't know. Like Tom Servo, you played the demo. I mean, I'm not like I feel like a little let down of it. The game feels a little empty to me, and I'm sure like the later missions kind of ramp things up. This is obviously the prologue and getting you comfortable with movement and controls and everything there. But I don't know. I have like the desire for co-op and that options like I'm looking forward to that. But I don't need that right now. We just had Astral Chain come out. I barely scratched the surface on that. And then next week we've got Link's Awakening, which I've pre-ordered. So it's unfortunately this game's getting lost in the shuffle. I kind of recount it to what happened with here we go. Let's release Arms. I don't guess what we're gonna release Splatoon 2. Sorry, Arms. They got these big releases just back to back to back, and it's like some people are going to have to prioritize. Some people aren't going to pick something up versus another one. So I'm just going to wait on it. I just don't have the need to jump in on it. And I still want to play it because I love mech games. I love the feeling like there's a weight and a heaviness to piloting that mech. I'm just disappointed that I no longer want to get it right now. But I mean, honestly, that's it's a smart decision, and being savvy with my dollars, and I already have stuff to play. I don't have to have this, and I'll pick it up down the road. I wish I was more hype on it than I am, but that's just the way it is. And the only other thing, Lucas is still gone, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep going here for you guys. The next thing that I was something we watched. It's on Netflix. It's called Blown Away. It's the whole sort of reality elimination challenge type show, and this is around glass blowing. So it's 10 episodes. The whole deal. Ex competitors. Here's a challenge each week. They get judged, and the loser gets kicked off. There's that for everything. I'm not surprised we don't have like a show, like a brewing show that would be like that, but it would take too long to produce. If you had brewed these beers and then get judged like that, because you'd have to wait for them to ferment and everything. But that'd be kind of cool, actually, still. But glass blowing, I think if I had more free time, I think that'd be like a cool thing to try doing. But just like the amount of work and the physical effort that goes into creating these works of art, and just like the quality of work that is output from that, and like these designs and how elaborate these things look, and sometimes it's like, holy crap, that doesn't even look like glass. It's really amazing. They're only like 23 minutes long, so the episodes are really digestible. You can really power through them, and it's almost like a good thing to have on. Like, my wife and I will watch it, but we're having conversations in the background. Yes, very elaborate glass bongs. Yes, absolutely. You could definitely get that out of this, but it's been an interesting watch so far. I mean, a lot of people liked Nailed It, the cooking thing they had on Netflix, and that was kind of right. I kind of like this a little bit better, so I would suggest it. Blown Away. And to Tom Servo's other point in the chat, that Damon Ex Machina would be a good pickup from the voucher thing. I totally agree. I kind of dropped the ball, and I originally had intentions to get Astral Chain, and DXM with the vouchers, and then I didn't, and I missed out on the vouchers. I wonder if Nintendo is gonna, I would think that we'll see that program return. It seems like in other regions they didn't make them a timed exclusive, but in North America they did, and I have a feeling that they'll run that promo again, time and again. Nintendo, it's so weird. They put a lot of value in on their IPs and their games, so those sale prices don't often dictate, but it is what it is. So that's all I've got for you guys for my What You Playing tonight. Clearly I can't bounce anything off of Lucas while I was doing that. So this is like the end of the show. So for you podcast listeners at home, we're going to cut all this out. You're not going to hear it because Lucas isn't still back. So I'm just going to hang out here and stream until he returns. And then we'll have a quick, I guess, recap of what happened before we do our little outro here and talk about our patrons and how awesome you guys are and how we want to thank you. And then we are going to be featuring a song from Fluxtaposed Radio, Fluxtaposed Radio, to play us out tonight. So Lucas has just returned. Lucas, you're back. You didn't get murdered. I have concluded my What You Playing.
Yeah.
So let's get the. I've already alerted the listeners that there's going to be some editing here.
Okay.
What happened? Tell us.
Nothing. Okay, so I wasn't going to answer the door regardless, but by the time it's 10. Yeah, who the fuck is banging on my door at 10 o'clock in the morning? They knocked 3 times that I heard, so it had to have been like 4 or 5 because Cody started barking.
You're right.
So I go.
And your front door, not your side door, right?
I have no clue. It had to have been the front door. I mean, I don't know why you would walk all the way.
Well, I hope not. That's just creepier.
Yeah, that's even worse. Although I checked. So I look out the window, nothing. So I go upstairs to see if my wife's awake, and she's not. And so I'm like, did you?
Okay, that's good at least. Or...
Yeah, I was like, well, I woke her up. I'm like, did you hear someone knocking? Normally she would message me, but
that's what I thought was going on. Because you're on your phone.
I didn't know for sure, but that certainly sounded like it.
Jesus, you do need a Ring doorbell.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I look out the window. It's all dark. We don't even have our front light on because I always turn it on before I go to bed.
So who the hell just starts randomly knocking on dark houses?
I have no clue. I turn on the light. I look out the window some more. I don't see any movement. I go out there. I don't see any notes or anything. So I lock the door, go through and made sure all the lights on the outside. Like I checked in the backyard. Nobody's out there. If it's that person asking for money again, then that's ridiculous. But yeah, we need
a scammer.
I've never had this problem before here until now. So I mean, there's a chance it could have been the neighbors, but 10 o'clock at night.
That seems really. Normal people don't do that.
Yeah.
Normal people don't go over to somebody else's. Like, I don't want anybody randomly dropping by my house after 7 o'clock at night.
I don't want anybody calling, knocking.
Let's be honest. I don't want anybody,
messaging
any random people anywhere coming by my house anytime.
Exactly. So now I'm all freaked out because I'm just like, all right, what? Like my nerves are jacked. I'm like, who's trying to get in my house?
You need to get your broom.
I do need to get my broom.
And Kevin McAllister this shit.
I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't opening the damn door anyway. I was just going to see who's the stupid idiot who's not. It's probably like my neighbor trying to tell me somebody just stole out of my car or something. That's the only good thing. Well, it would still be bad, but the only reason
you have that Nextdoor app.
I do. Yes.
How many? I can't tell you how many posts we would see in our neighborhood. It's like, oh, people went through our cars in our driveway, and it's like, well, did you lock your doors?
Yes.
No. Well, maybe you should keep your fucking doors locked. Okay?
Yes. And
because
my wife was the last one to drive the car, and I don't know if she locked the doors. So
my car is in my driveway, and I lock the doors. Sometimes I forget to though, and there's nothing in there. What are they gonna take? There's nothing in my car. They could take my link to my Ocarina of Time symphonic album that I bought from Materia Collective. Whatever.
They probably just take it and smash it just because they're dicks or something.
This fucking nerd smash. So I did all of my what you playing. This is essentially the end of the show now. You're gonna have some trimming to do here and there. Are you ready to outro the show? Are you ready to be done? It's been a week.
Let's do it.
Let's get out of here. So thank you to all of our patrons, but a special thanks to our Arbiters of Awesomeness, Josh Brown, Kyle Hyman, Tyler Rowland, Tom Servo, our Executors of Excellence, Edwin Callow, and Sean Capri, and bow before the Crusaders of the Legion, Dan Anthony, Josh Proboni. Welcome back, Josh. If you want to join the Flex Legion on Patreon, please check out patreon.com/Fluxtaposed. Playing us out this week, we are featuring, as I mentioned, a song from Fluxtaposed Radio Volume 7. I hope you enjoy Faster Than Rock. This is by Little V. It's from Faster Than Light, which was released, what are we talking about, 2012, originally on Windows. Features the song The Space Cruise title theme. This is a banger, my friends, and as I mentioned, you can find it on their newest volume of Fluxtaposed Radio. That's going to do it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please come back next week. Tell a friend. We'll see you here in the chat. Good night, all.
Bye. Har, har.